Very welcome back to another episode of the Odd Jobs podcast.
Welcome.
Pleasure to have you here.
How are you? They'll be midway through January.
Yeah. January time. Listen, I won't lie, lads. We are recording this in advance because any of you who are true blue listeners will be following both me and Ruby Karen socials. You will know I am in Australia/New Zealand having the time of my life. So we're getting this in ahead of time. But I am anticipating middle of January. It's rough. It is. And I say that as a January baby. It's my birthday. But let me tell you, it's a depressing time of the year.
I'm going to anticipate wonderfulness for everyone. I hope everyone's having a lovely time.
Oh, yeah. I want everyone to have a lovely time.
And I feel like anything that I speak will then become true. Yeah. So I'm not going to assume anything of January.
Here's the thing with that. Yeah, I do agree with the whole manifesting what you want and stuff like this. But I also I have generally found the whole fact that it's still New Year. If any of you are still saying Happy New Year, cut that shit out. I think that lasts for the first couple of days maximum. I think past the 6th or 7th of January, get fucked saying Happy New Year. Because no. We're done with the festive period. We're done with that. Stop it. We're in January. It is what it is. You're probably doing dry January. Maybe you're trying to get into a good exercise routine or cut out stuff. It's generally a time that is just a bit grim. It's not the best weather. You're probably a little broke. You're probably a little sober. It's okay. But I'm also someone who is like, stop wishing happy Januaries and Happy New Year's, because January's shy. I think cozy, huddle down, just you do you. Stay inside, do what you want to. Is there any comedy shows we need to sell in January? No.
But the whole point is, you don't have to change your life this month. You know what you can do? You can live in comfort.
Live in comfort. I think change spring. Happy spring. That's what we should say. Anyways.
Today's guest that we have on, oh my God. This was one of the first people that we were like, we have to get this person on.
100%. And you'll hear in the episode, because we were like, we do not know someone with more jobs.
This is the wonderful Sikisa. Oh my God. Why did my mouth go?
I was going to say, where did that come from?
I'm going to go again. I'm going to edit this.
Do you want me to say it?
Yeah, you say it. No,
yeah, the wonderful Sikisa. One name only. One of the only people I know with a one name only, and he is one name only all the way around.
I talk about it in the pod. I immediately yell at her on her Wikipedia page. Hello.
Big deal.
She is just one name.
Yeah. Basically, the Beyonce of comedy.
Beyonce, Cher, Britney,
Celine.
I'm just thinking of icons.
Yeah. Who is it who tried to go to one name and everyone was like, get fucked?
Oh no, I remember that.
Who did that? Cheryl, because she was Cheryl Cole, then she was Cheryl Fernandez for Cines, and then she sort of went back. She couldn't go back to Cole.
Put in the comment, because I swear there's other people. So put in the comments.
Yeah,
if you know of
but
anyone
I think
else.
Cheryl tries to go. Cheryl.
Or message us. Send us a DM.
Let us know.
But there are more people who tried to go to one name and failed. But you know who didn't?
Sikisa. Yeah, 100%. Anyways, you will love this episode. There is so much content and so many jobs. So strap in and enjoy. Shake it and it would all just like tumble down. And because I'd have it all like wrapped up like this, it would all like spin out and whatever else. And I'd be like, hello.
I didn't hear a word of that because I was so ingrained by your piercing blue eyes. I didn't realise they were so piercing.
Oh.
This is the first time like they've been like so piercing.
Really?
Yeah, you weren't piercing before.
Oh. I've injected dye into my eyes since you've last seen me. No, I don't know. But this happens a lot. People comment on my eyes. I'm aware I have quite blue eyes, but I feel like they really shift with light. So maybe it's because we have some professional lighting here or something else. But I know in the summertime I get it much more, and I think it's because it's the sun, the sun. So if I've been looking in the sun, everyone's like, "Oh my God, your eyes are so blue."
Yeah, I'm like, what
I've
happened?
had people stop me on the street before and be like, "Oh my God, your eyes are so blue," and I'm like, "What?" But then the other day is no. But thank you for noticing.
You're welcome. You're looking adequate.
That's okay. I am wearing my big hoodie because I wanted comfort.
Yeah, fair. Comfy cozy.
There is a dress underneath, but then it will look like last week's episode.
Yeah, because we're not doing these all on the same day.
Fair play.
My eyes are different. But thank you and welcome to the Odd Jobs podcast, Sikisa.
Hi.
Hi. Such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. I'm so hungover.
Where we,
And tired and busy.
yeah, you are. Well,
You're an incredibly busy person. Like,
because I actually don't think. I think you are the best guest we could have ever got on this podcast because I do not know a woman with more jobs than you, or a man. There is no. I don't think I know anybody who is more booked and busy and working harder than you.
A horse.
A literal workhorse.
A horse.
Yeah, yeah.
Horse.
Still, I feel like
a cow. A cow's doing a lot of work. A cow's doing a lot of work.
I feel like still they're doing one job.
No, cow has to milk. Has to have.
Have you ever been on a dairy farm? Because someone who's raised on one, I can bring you in. The milking, don't get me wrong, they have to get milked twice a day, you know, so they're churning out. But in between the milking, it's a lot of grazing on grass.
And they're also having sex, aren't they, to produce more
I thought you were
calf.
thinking about.
Not always, and also often just inseminated on a dairy farm. So yeah, they don't even let the bulls near them these days.
And the beef is sort of like at the end of their journey.
Yeah, they don't really work for that. So that we just say bye-bye. Off you go.
We love a steak.
Why are you hungover? Was it a fun thing yesterday?
I did 2 gigs yesterday.
Of course you did. Working, like we said.
Yeah.
And then a friend of mine was performing at the Cav, so then we stayed there for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm not sure, I shouldn't really say this, but I'm going to say it. Fuck.
I'll note it if I need to
Yeah,
cut
we
out.
can cut it out.
I got home and then I had an hour and a half wank. And I didn't get to bed until 3:30 in the morning.
I mean, but fair. Who hasn't been drunk and horny? Do you know what I mean?
But to be fair, it doesn't
hour
normally
and a
take
half,
it doesn't normally take me that long.
I
I
was
was
gonna
so
say.
frustrated. I was like, why is this taking so
So
long?
long.
Yeah, an hour and a half is.
It's insane. It was taking me so long. I was just
Do you
like,
think it was because you were drunk?
yeah, I think it's 'cause I've been drinking.
Quick question: do you want that cut out?
It's up to you.
Yeah.
Just saying, my dad listens to this.
Yeah, but your dad see me naked.
Yeah.
What? We're going to need some context for the pod there. I'm going to assume this is one of your many things. Was this your dad came to a burlesque gig? No?
He came to my Edinburgh show, and I take off clothes in my Edinburgh show.
Yeah, exactly.
But also so does my mum. My mum loves you.
There you go. Well, she's seen her naked. And she wouldn't.
She's a hit.
She's seen the goodies.
She's a hit with the parents.
Okay, future Ruby will decide. She's made a choice just then. Okay, but welcome Sikisa to the Odd Jobs podcast.
Yes, thank you so much for being here.
We have to explain to everyone. Number one, why stop trying to eat the plant. The reason why Sikisa is so brilliant, number one, is that when what we do at the beginning of the podcast, we like list off your bio and list off some of your great hits and everything that you do. That's great.
We'll be here all fucking day.
I googled, yeah, exactly.
Well, that's the point.
I was like, I googled.
Pick that microphone up.
Let me have a nap right now.
I googled Sikisa, and Sikisa has her own Wikipedia page.
Yep.
And much like Cher, Madonna, and Beyonce, one name.
One name is all it is.
Just Sikisa.
You know, when I was downstairs, I had to sign you into the building, and they were like, first name, last name. I was like, no, just Sikisa. That's
Yeah,
all you're
people find
getting.
it annoying when I don't give them a last name. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
no, bitch, you don't need to know that. That's not your business. Go away.
Don't be getting open to me.
But if you do like a weird search, like if you like probably went on page 3 of the Google,
Oh, yeah.
my surnames will pop up
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
because it's associated with one of my jobs.
Okay, yeah, jobs of many, right? I also think this highlights the fact that you have your own Wikipedia page because you have so many amazing jobs. Normally we have people in here and they're either comedians or writers or actors or something. I'm like, there are too many cool things to list with yourself, but we will try. Okay, so firstly, comedian, as seen on ITV, BBC, Dave, Comedy Central, CBBC, BBC Sounds, BBC Radio 1, BBC Radio Wales, and writer for the BBC Radio.
You were the winner of the 99 Club Bursary, the BBC Newcomer Award, the BBC New Comedy Award finalist, 3 times a Leicester Comedy Festival nominee.
Three
and
times.
4 is actually.
Is it 4?
4 times?
It's actually
4
4.
time. Update your website.
I was going to say.
I know I actually do need to update. I was like, I'm so tired.
And Chortle Award nominee.
And award-winning burlesque performer.
Woo!
And a fully qualified, fully
Licensed?
licensed, there we go, immigration lawyer.
Yeah.
Give it up for Sikisa! The
You-
most
you-
accomplished person.
You
that we've
missed
ever
off like
had.
2 more, but that's okay.
Oh, go on.
Wait, what else? Bartender.
Well, previous bartender.
Yeah.
Actually, he's free now. Bartender. Also,
I feel like we're going to get into these.
podcaster.
Yes, you are a podcaster.
What's it called?
Wrestle Club podcast.
Yeah.
And also ring announcer for wrestling.
Oh yes, I've seen you do this, and it's amazing.
This is what I mean, right? All of the cool jobs you have. But that's actually not what we brought you here to talk about today.
Yeah, cool.
Sorry.
I mean, I do have
That's
a
the
feeling
end of
that
that.
some of them might come up.
Yeah, I feel like we're not getting away from them. But what we want to talk about was all the odd jobs that you've done all throughout the years that like got you to having your own Wikipedia
The problem
page.
is that I've always had a job.
Yeah.
So even when I was studying, when I was in university, I had from university I had 3 jobs, part-time jobs, along with my
At the same time.
at the same time as university. When I went to law school, one of the first things they said was like, you shouldn't really, this is very intense course for a year.
Yeah.
You kind of don't, we kind of recommend that you don't have anything outside of this at work-wise, unless you really need to make some money. And I was like going, I've got 4 part-time jobs. Like, yeah.
Say nothing. Well, so this brings us to the first question. So what was the first ever way that you made money?
So I used to watch Art Attack when I was younger.
Yes.
Art Attack was my show.
Yeah.
ITV. Art Attack was my show. Forget Smart. It was about Art Attack.
That was the one with the
Ne-
head.
It's the head.
Right?
Neil,
Yeah.
Neil Buchanan
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the head, and then he used to do those massive paints.
I was just about to say the like helicopter eye in
Yeah.
the sky, huge.
But he used to like show how you can make like pencil cases or like quirky like handy things for like school, like your
Yes.
home, with the means of like a video case. A video case, for those of you who don't know, a VCR case.
VCR case. Yeah.
Or VCS. VHS?
VHS.
So you used to make all those. So I used to be very crafty and I wanted to do those. So I used to make those. And then I bring them to school. People were like, oh, I want one of those. I was like, I can make you one. Here's some make me some like money.
Yeah.
It was used to be like, I used to charge them like £3 or something stupid like that.
So
And back in the day, that was a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's doing you well at the tuck shop.
Yeah.
So you were selling like personalized pencil cases.
Yeah, pencil cases or like book holders or like
Yes.
storage stuff that you used to take into school.
You had your own Etsy shop.
I was just about to say.
Yeah, I think I invented Etsy. Yeah, I think that was me. I do think that was
I
me.
would not be surprised.
Yeah.
So were you like making like a batch and going, here's a load of cool ones, and people would pick them, or would anyone like tell you what they wanted?
They would have to be personalized, so they'll tell me like
Ooh,
what
custom.
they want and it custom made and stuff like that. So I used to be very like nerdy when I was younger, so I used to like stay up to like 10 a.m. No, maybe not 10 a.m. That's 10 p.m. Sorry, edit. I used to stay up till 10.
Write it down.
I used to stay up to like 10 p.m. and like make these bookcases or make them on the weekend so I can take them into school. I used to be very crafty.
So you've been hustling from a young
I've been
age.
hustling. The hustle is real. She's a working class
Yeah.
South London girl, innit? The hustle is real.
What age was that from? Were you making them?
Probably like 7, 8,
Oh,
Nice.
that is
8, 9.
And how much, like, was this like once or twice, or was this like for a while? Like, were you making a nice bit of
There was
pocket
there was a period of
change?
time there where the business was booming,
Yeah.
but they weren't great quality. I was 9
Yeah,
years
yeah.
old, so they weren't great quality. So
Although almost a good business idea to not make them durable, because then repeat customers.
Come
repeat
back.
customers. Yeah, children are stupid.
Yeah,
So, but I didn't. I think after a while I stopped doing it because I was like, this is a lot of work and I need to study.
Yeah.
So like I was like, I got exams. What you?
Yeah,
stop trying-
I'm a future lawyer.
Yeah.
I need to know.
If
my
I'd know, if
timetables.
social media had been present at that point, though, I would have been great on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And so what then, when you were younger, did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to. Sorry, I officially I wanted to be a doctor,
Right.
profession-wise, but I always wanted to be a dancer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
You know,
officially, as in like what you're telling the parents, what you're putting down, and like when I grew
Yeah.
up.
Well, to be fair, I always wanted to be a dancer. Like a doctor. Always say how tired I am. Always wanted to be a doctor,
They're very similar.
and I always said that I wanted to work at St Thomas's Hospital.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was very specific. I wanted to work in St Thomas's
Why
Hospital
St Thomas's
because
specifically?
it was my local hospital.
Right. So that was the one you knew.
Yeah, that's the one I knew. And I wanted to work there. But I always danced, but I never thought of it as something that could be a professional until I was like 16, 17.
Yeah.
That kind of changed. 17, 18.
What kind of dance were you doing?
I was self-taught, so I've got photographic memory. You know this.
because you can. You did it at the end of your first show.
Second show.
Yeah, second show. The first show was the party show.
Yeah.
The second show, where you can just watch someone do a dance and then copy it and pick it up.
What?
Yeah.
Which would be insanely useful.
Oh my God.
So I used to watch, like, this is probably again a very old reference. Smash Hits, Pole with Party, Top of the Pops.
Yeah.
Music videos. Christina Aguilera's tour, Beyonce's tour, NSYNC's tour, Britney Spears' tour, Pussycat Dolls lives, those kind of things. And I know their dance routine steps. Like Aaliyah, like if you turn on a song, like my body still knows the routine. Like I filmed myself the other day, seeing if I can remember Aaliyah's More Than a Woman, and like 90% of the dance I remembered.
No way.
And I've not done it in like 10 years.
That's bananas. I feel like I'm like that with song lyrics, where like shit like, and it's all the hymns. There's a book in Ireland.
Of course, you're Irish.
Called I was about to say there's a book in Ireland called, and all the Irish people know this, Alive-O, and you'd like Alive-O 1, Alive-O 2, it was your like religious book that you had with you all through primary school. But there was hymns in the Alive-O book that we used to like sing in class, and like recently it went sort of viral on like Irish TikTok or whatever else. People were like, who remembers you know those like TikTok accounts that are like, who remembers this song, and it's like some dance hit from the 90s. It was that, but it was all the Alive-O hits, and everyone was like, oh my God. And I immediately was like, it was all there. Hadn't heard this song in 20 plus years, and it was just that thing of like, this little light of mine. It was all right there. So I feel like I'm like that, but with religious lyrics. I would have way rather had Christina Aguilera's dance routines down bad.
Yeah, so I can remember
no way
like routines, and I used to just be able to perform them. So I got very popular in school because of that reason.
I was going to say, were you like performing it? Were you like being like, gather round?
Well, like, no, I wasn't like showing off, but people, like a song would play and I just randomly would do it, and people were like, how did you? And I was just like, just
casual. You were just casual with it.
But it's annoying because like some of my friends know that I do it. So if a song plays in a bar or a club, sometimes people just look at me and go,
come on.
And like obviously like with like DJ battles that we do in Edinburgh and like around the festivals, like certain people know like if a certain song is playing. Like I remember I was in the audience for one of them, and then Sophie Duker was playing Single Ladies, and all I heard was, Sikisa, where's Sikisa? I ended up on stage
you just
doing
get
the
summoned.
full routine, and it was just like weird. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so class.
Yeah.
So did you ever, so you were like, I want to be a dancer.
Yeah.
Did you ever, when you were younger, then like be like, oh, I actually want to pursue that?
I did GCSE dance. I did A-level
That's
dance.
a subject you can do.
Yeah, I did A-level dance.
You can't do any fun stuff in Ireland. We don't have drama as a subject. We don't have media.
What?
What's the media?
Media studies?
Yeah, no, none of that. It's all like history, geography, like all the classic subjects. There was no music is an art. That's it.
Well, I went to all-girls school called Burntwood in Tooting, which is in South London, and it was a science school, but also an art school. So we had music. We had a choir, like. Big up
we had a choir, but again, it was the mass.
Yeah, but we had like a proper chamber choir and like a gospel choir and like a steel band. Like arts was like very great. We had drama. We had every year there used to be like a school production and a musical like happened.
Oh, wow.
So like,
were you in the school musicals?
Were you in any of the? Yeah.
I can't sing to save my life, but when I was doing my A-levels, So I was in so we also had dance recitals as well.
Oh, okay.
So I was obviously in all the dance recitals.
Yeah, because you could just watch it once.
Yeah.
You could go to the dress rehearsal and then go like, animate.
They're like, excuse me, you haven't come to any of the rehearsals. Don't worry about it. Do it once.
So obviously was in the recitals, but when I was in A-levels, when I was 11, in year 11, my dance teacher asked me to teach the year above us. No, I lied to you. When I was in year 10, she asked me to teach the class above me More Than a Woman. And I was like, I don't really think that's going to be great for my life, because who really wants someone younger than them teaching them a dance routine? And initially that was the vibe, and then they've all got on board
They recognised.
the talent.
Yeah, yeah.
So then they all got on board and we actually started to have fun with it. And then when I was in year 12 or 13, I got asked to choreograph a dance number within the musical production.
No way.
It's like the salsa number, which was quite fun because it was chair. I go full in. There was chair routines involved.
Yeah.
No way. What was the musical?
I can't even remember, but I remember it was a salsa. It was like some weird. I think it was Guys and Dolls.
Yeah.
And they put a little sauce in there.
Yeah, put a little salsa in there.
Nice.
Like it was like a Havana club
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I've never
okay.
actually seen it. Did I watch the musical? No.
No.
I was just in my section. That's all I cared about.
Yeah, fair.
And then we ran a talent show, and I lied in school that I could play the drums for years.
Drums is an easy
And I
thing
told
to
this story.
lie
I
about.
told this story in my Edinburgh show that how I lied for years that I could play the drums, and then someone entered me into the talent show to play the drums with them, and I was like, oh no, we can't. They shipped in like a drum kit. Couldn't. I was
Oh
like,
my
no, we
God.
can't do this. Not gonna happen. And then I was just like, play some random song. And the song they played, I just ended up doing the routine for it, and then won the talent show.
They were like, that wasn't the type of beat we were talking about, Sikisa.
Yeah. And then the next year, I hosted the talent show along with one of my best friends, and she sang in the talent show. And then at the end, me and my friends did this like two guys and me did this routine, and basically smashed the hell out of this like.
Your school sounds so much cooler than mine.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
That sounds so cool
Yeah.
that you had all these. We had a talent show, but it wasn't like it wasn't great. It was that thing of like anyone audition or whatever else, and it wasn't that good. I did get to host though. We did a sketch. It was actually sort of the first. Well, actually, I sort of wrote sketches often in the talent shows, but I wrote one where it was like, "Are you smarter than Are you smarter
Yeah.
than a 10-year-old?"
Yeah.
So we did that like game show with the teachers, but it was like written ahead of time, and I, as the host, and I didn't really. This is just me just being like, this will be funny. So I wrote this, and my mum was like, oh my God, Catherine, I was sat in that audience. I like roasted all the teachers, like personal stuff about their appearances and like all this type of thing or whatever
Well,
else.
if you had the opportunity to
I
get
was
away
like,
with it.
but I didn't even think it was that bad because I was like, oh, this is what, I was thinking of like, what was that show? No Likey, No Lighty or whatever else.
Oh, Take
What's
Me
that
Out?
dating? Yeah, Take Me Out. I was like, oh, I'll be witty like him, like whatever else. So I was like, these are all just jokes, but like not really recognizing that like you shouldn't be slating teachers in front of all the parents and stuff like this. But everyone was coming up to my mom afterwards being like, Jesus Christ, best of luck with that one. Like, whatever else. I didn't get in trouble. So it worked out well. But that was the height of it.
I
But a
never
dance
thought-
routine, I would have been obsessed.
I wanted to be a dancer, but then because I was a size 14, being a size 14 in the 90s was never going to...
Illegal.
It was,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was illegal.
As somebody who was also a size
Yeah,
14 in school. Yeah, illegal.
Yeah. And also my mum didn't really support any career in like the dance. She kind of thought it was never going to go anywhere. It's not
Right.
as like seen now as it was before.
Yeah.
It's kind of had like a limit in the stuff that you do. So I kind of when I was in university, end up teaching dance instead
Oh, wow.
at Pineapple.
When did...
At Pineapple Studios. Oh my
Wait,
God.
what? Pineapple Studios. I've even heard of them.
That's
There's
I know
clothes.
from Louis Spence, right?
Yeah. He's great.
Oh my God.
Oh my
He's
God.
great.
I'm fast like a whippet.
He's great. He's very
So
sassy.
you were teaching classes?
Yeah.
But that is having a career as a dancer.
No, not really.
No, I get... But
But I was
that's-
doing it. I was doing it at the same time as my law, my postgraduate degree in law.
Yeah, but that's so class. But wait, I have a question. When did the doctor dream die and when did the lawyer dream start?
The doctor dream.
Because I also slightly understand your mom. If you were like, I'm going to be a doctor at, St. Thomas's Hospital, she's like, okay, let's stick with that plan rather than the dancing plan.
Yeah.
I can understand.
So there was an overlap, if you want to put it that way. I still wanted to be a doctor.
Yeah.
Probably until I was 17,
Okay.
because I failed biology when I was 17.
So you had to
as
pivot.
AS, and I was like, this is never going to happen. But from like age 15, 16,
Yeah.
Dance became like an obsession.
Yeah.
And I got really encouraged by my teacher, my dance teacher. She really encouraged me to be like, you know, you're great at what you do, and like you should just have more confidence. Like when I get on stage, like I shine. When I'm dancing, it's like a completely different person, and that's kind of like where I kind of like just show my amazingness. Like it's the only time in my life I probably feel like I'm the best. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have seen you like burlesque and stuff on stage, and you are like, it is incredible.
Yeah.
Like you are so good, and it is like you're so magnetic or something. When
Yeah, that's the word.
yeah. It's
Like people
incredible.
always comment that if I walk into a room or something, that it's like I've got this presence or like,
yeah.
and I'm very much like, oh, don't really see it. But if I'm dancing, then that's a different story.
Oh, interesting. But so okay, so yeah, so when you were younger, you wanted to be a dancer. Interesting. Okay, so
Which
then
is kind of, well, I mean, you're a burlesque performer.
I was
cabaret
going to
and
say,
burlesque
I
performer.
don't
You
feel like
do
that
it.
didn't not happen.
Well, the burlesque cabaret stuff really only came about because of the Cavendish. Same with the comedy. It only came about because of the Cavendish. Like I wouldn't probably be the person I am today if it wasn't for that pub. Which is why I keep.
We should explain.
That's why I keep talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we should explain. The Cav is a pub in Stockwell.
Yep.
Yeah.
That has sort of a room out the back, which has open mic comedy there, like what, 2-3 nights a week?
Well,
more?
no, it used to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
it's just 2 nights a week
Now it's 2 nights a week.
with
Um,
some additional days. If there's like something like a competition or something like that. But they also do live bands, live
Yeah.
music, cabaret shows. The private hires come in. So the venue in the back has like a proper like lights, sounds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It started off a lot of people's comedy.
Most people
like I
started comedy.
My first gig was at the Cav. My
Yeah.
dad's first gig was at the Cav.
Aww.
So-
I did one of my first. It wasn't my first.
Yeah,
it
but
was
most people's it's
early
either their
doors.
first.
You're down at the Cav.
Yeah, it's either like their first or like one of the like their early
Yeah.
doors. So most people have rolled in through the pub. Even like famous people, like we've had Tim Minchin's been in that pub. His fans are so weird. We've
I
had
can imagine.
James Acosta told me that he did one of his first gigs there.
Really?
And I was like, I didn't know that because I would have been
I was
working
gonna
at that pub.
How long has the Cav been going as a comedy spot? Like
So-
how many generations? Because I do feel like anyone.
I need to borrow this pen because
Go on.
What year are we in?
2025. Just in case anyone was wondering if Sikisa was hungover, I feel like that helps us out there.
Wow. I do enjoy that. Also, earlier, Sikisa was trying to. You're trying to turn off your watch, so you press the button, and then it has the slider come across that's like turn off the watch. But there's also the other one that says emergency SOS, and because you weren't looking, you were almost pulled back across. And I was like, "Ooh." But also maybe you were just here being like, "Get me out of this podcast."
So the pub has been running for 18 years.
Wow.
I've been working in the pub for 17 and a half.
Oh my
Wow.
god!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
So you've been there
whole
since the
time.
jump?
Yeah, I started 6 months after Shirley took it over.
No way.
Yeah. I'm always like, if those walls could talk, it'll be me.
Yeah.
Hey, I've seen it all. I've seen it all.
That's amazing.
And I used to manage the pub at one point.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew that you used to manage the place. But wait, hold on. You were started there in college?
University.
University.
My last year in university, I got a job in that pub. My mum didn't like it. I know the way that she wouldn't give me, the only way that she agreed to not hassle me about it, because my mum's with this person that's like, it's not safe. You're a woman working late nights.
Right,
And she didn't
yeah.
really understand. Mum's not really a pub person.
Yeah.
So she didn't really understand it. And I'm not really a pub person. I've never really been in a pub at that point. But when I went, I enjoyed the atmosphere. It's obviously live events. It was different. But the only way that she stopped harassing me is that if I would drive to work, I just started driving, so she was like, "You have to drive to work." It's a 7-minute walk from my house.
Oh my god! I was going to say, don't you live around the corner? or
Yeah,
something?
but it's like it's because of the safety reasons, because of the area.
Yeah,
the area.
fair.
It's like me finishing at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
It's not like
She's
ideal.
just looking out.
She's just looking out for me.
She's
Her
just looking
only
out.
child, you know, her angel daughter.
I was about to say.
The precious. You know. So I started working in that pub when I was in university.
So you were teaching at Pineapple Studios
No,
as well?
that was the year after.
Oh wow! Okay.
Okay, right. So let's break it down.
Yeah.
Let's break it down. Okay,
Well,
so
also we have questions to ask you, but honestly, I'm like,
let's
run us
break
through
it
the
down.
mill.
Okay, let's go. Okay, so when I was 16, I got a job in a shoe shop called
Okay.
Barrett's. Okay,
Yeah.
16. We were doing GCSEs / into A levels. Okay, So remember, so Barrett's.
Barrett's, I gotcha. I'm with
Barrett's, yeah.
We're at the shoes, Barrett's.
Barrett's.
Bottom of the body.
Yeah. Then when I got into university, so we're now 18 years old.
you. Yep.
I got a job at La Senza.
Underwear.
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 So I was working at Barrett's, La Senza.
This is a great outfit so far.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Yeah, I was about to say. We're working our way up.
Discounts on point. Discounts on point. As well as university.
Right.
Yeah.
What did you do at university? Was it law?
Law.
Yeah.
Wait, so you didn't drop Barrett's, you stayed at Barrett's and okay, so we're doing both jobs
Wow.
at the same time.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Job, university.
University.
Yeah. Then when I was 19, no, I lied to you. When I was 20, then I got a job at the pub.
Okay.
Okay. So then you're at the Cav, you're at Barrett's and at La Senza. Mother of God.
And at university.
Jesus Christ.
Then I started volunteering at the Citizen Vice Bureau.
Yeah.
And then dropped La Senza for a bit. It's just too much. Just too much.
Yeah, I was just about to say, did you sleep?
That's the question people still ask me. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm.
and
Well, no,
then-
I looked at you today when you came in. It sounds like you're not sleeping.
And then went back to La Senza when I was 21.
Right.
Okay.
So we finished university,
Yeah.
3 jobs
And volunteering.
and volunteering.
Volunteering.
Okay.
Into the 1 year most intense course of law degree,
Yes.
Yeah.
postgraduate law degree, in order for me to get the qualification, in order for me to become a lawyer. It's called the LPC.
Yes.
So it's 1 year. They told us not to have a job. I was Barrett's, pub, La Senza, volunteering, teaching at
Pineapple. Oh my God.
Pineapple to that as well.
I'm feeling stressed listening to this. But this is why when I said at the top, I was like, literally the definition of the perfect guest for the Odd Jobs podcast, because what?
Yeah.
And the hustle just has kept going.
Was it Kim Kardashian that was like, we all have the same 24 hours,
Four hours in a day.
No, we don't, bitch.
No,
Yeah.
no, we don't, bitch.
Sikisa has more than me, Mum.
No, we
I
don't.
think Sikisa's worked out how to stretch that 24.
Yeah.
If anything, there's not enough time in the day.
It's like a clown car of 24 hours. You just keep pulling hours out of it.
People just think because people think I'm a clone.
Yeah.
They can't imagine how have I done all of this. They just imagine me being a clone somewhere. There's another me somewhere.
There has to be.
I
You've
would
lived like
love
7
that.
lives.
Please, someone get me a clone of myself.
Okay, so at all of these jobs, or even in your jobs that you've had after that,
Yeah.
what is the most inappropriate thing that you've seen happen at work? Okay, immediately a smirk. Nice.
Because you know, there's so many jobs, like the bar's got to be high for the most inappropriate thing.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So, 18 years in a pub. This is going to be good.
I'm not going to name which workplace it was.
Okay.
Okay. Pineapple Studios.
Yeah.
Some members of staff might have got quite sexual
Oh.
in backroom areas.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So sex at work.
Yeah.
Whilst on shift.
Whilst on shift,
There's more.
during shift, after shift.
Okay.
Okay.
I love the idea of this being all of them, because imagine at the
Yeah.
Citizens Advice Bureau.
Okay, maybe not the Citizen Vice Bureau. Maybe not the Citizen
I was just saying.
Or any, like, you just picture any one of your jobs and go, ooh, and that's fun.
Maybe not the Citizen Vice Bureau.
Okay.
I also feel like it is in Pineapple Studios because I feel like you said storage room, which leads me to believe that
No,
we're talking.
We don't know. None of us have any
I think
idea.
we're talking one of the retail gigs or possibly the pub gig. And I'd be like, people can use their own reasoning as to
Yeah.
which word. Was it the same people? And was this happening on a regular basis? I'll say I used to work in a pub. I actually used to work in a restaurant, but it was next door to a pub that the owners owned both. And so like a lot of the workers, we all knew each other, whatever else. The restaurant obviously used to close around midnight and stuff. The pub had like an upstairs bit that stayed open to 2. So it was a real regular thing where we'd like finish up, have a drink, and then we'd go next door. And one time I did just that. Or no, actually I hadn't been working that day. But I'd gone to the pub because every night, 6 nights a week, the restaurant was open. Like some of my colleagues would be there. So I was out in the area in Shoreditch and go to the bar, and I go upstairs and I was like, oh, because I worked there, whatever else, I knew I could just walk into the cloakroom and leave my stuff. And I went to the cloakroom and like whoever was supposed to be manning it wasn't there. So I was like, oh. So I went to the door to the side and I opened it, and he was just openly having sex with a woman on top of loads of bags and coats. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And then he was like, people aren't allowed in here. I was like, I'm allowed in here. I work here. But I didn't actually work in that pub, and I'd never met this guy before. But I knew he was newish because I knew most of the people that worked there and stuff. So then I was like, I'm gonna get security. I was like, so like, what the fuck? And then oh my god, yeah. So I've like fully walked in as well. Yeah, in the workplace.
Above the pub there's flats, and one of the flats, which is now like a room, used to be a living room. And afterwards, I had a party. I think it was my 5-year anniversary at the pub. And then we went upstairs to have an after party.
Yeah.
And there was like maybe 6 of us in the kitchen, and it had one of those done waiters.
Oh yeah.
In the kitchen that goes into the pub, because the pub used to be like a kitchen proper from upstairs. But also it had one of those open windows that you could look from the kitchen into the living room.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we're all in the kitchen. There's 6 of us in the kitchen talking quite loudly in the kitchen, and I just literally just do this. And there's 2 people just having sex in the living room with the window open. We're talking quite loudly, and I'm like,
so you're essentially in the same room.
yeah, and I'm like, and so for like a good 7 minutes, we're just watching these people have sex, and I'm like, oh, that's quite disappointed for her, isn't it? I'm like, oh, he's not putting any effort in it.
No,
it's just like en route commentary, and then I think he spotted us, and then was like, and I was like, it's okay.
I love it. He was like, he spotted you. You were literally in the kitchen. The window's open. You were chatting away. Jeez. As though at least I technically busted in. But what was mad was, I realised like they could visibly be seen from like if you looked in the cloakroom at all, you would have seen these 2 lads on the floor. Anyways, he got fired.
Yeah. I won't say whether I was involved in any of these shenanigans.
Yeah. Make up your own mind.
Barrett's, hello. Maybe.
I like the most inappropriate thing you've seen at work. Me. Okay, but what is one of the weirdest things in all these jobs? And again, like you're doing like retail, you're doing like service, like customer service, you're doing even like Citizens Advice Bureau. Like, what is the weirdest thing someone has ever said to you in work? Be it like a manager, a customer, a colleague, like.
Okay, so there's 2 things that have happened. So La Senza, we had obviously during certain periods of time, like Valentine's Day, Christmas especially, or even just randomly like someone's like birthday, a man would walk into the store, and that used to be my favorite time of the day, when a man walked into the store
just looking lost.
You're looking, I was like, oh, and it was also like, who wants to take it?
Nondescript, a man.
A man will walk in the pub. Sometimes he'll walk in trying to be a bit more confident. Sometimes he's like, I've got this. We're like, you don't have this. And then sometimes he will just be like very like
creeping
in. Hey. So this one occasion, a man walked into the La Senza, and I was like, hey, is there anything I can help you with? Is there anything you're looking for specifically?
Yeah.
He was like, I'm just trying to get a present for my partner. I'm like, okay, cool. Do you know what your partner's favorite color is? And he's like, red? And I'm like, okay, cool, sure, whatever. Do we know what size your partner is bra-wise? And he goes, a bit like, a bit smaller than you.
I'm sorry.
No.
It was the fact that the hand came out.
No.
To try and gauge.
And
like a measuring tape.
And
it's like, well, it's kind of.
Yeah.
I grab it from this side.
I realised from that point on, we should have had like a mannequin that had like the boob that could decrease or increase, and the man could put the hand
like
on the boob.
Balloon.
Yeah, hand on the boob just to cut. Because also the easiest way is just take a bra. Just look at a bra.
But this is what I mean. Men, like, it is so simple. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you were buying her shoes, look in the shoe to see what size it is. But my friend used to work in a shoe shop, and I don't know if you had this in Barrett's, but the same thing sometimes. If someone, she was like, it would, if ever you could see that a man, she was like, at school time, they would have been like, I'll get the kids' shoes or whatever else. And it would be like, I know that the mother has told you what's like, they have sent you in with all the information that you require, and they're there and they're like, well, he's 8 years of age, and they're like,
That doesn't help.
you're not helping me at fucking all,
that's
not at all. So yeah, I'm just like, do the basic amount of fucking
And then like
research.
2 days later, like the wife or partner will come in just to return back, or just exchange. Not just. Can we get something else?
Yeah.
Sure.
Your favorite color is not red. No, I
I
hate
hate
it.
it. Yeah.
Classic. I knew that.
Yeah. I don't like a thong.
But a man just standing there in a shop, just being like,
Sort of like you, just slightly smaller.
oh my God.
Yeah. And so that was happening in Barrett.
So what did you do? Did you then be like, okay, so
I'm like, so approximately about like 34 D.
double D? I feel like, 34 double D is like
The classic.
I was
The
going to say,
classic.
you
The
just
classic.
shoot for the middle range there. Yeah.
The classic. But at the Cav, we had like an event on, and I can't remember who. I think it might have been Tim Minchin or someone quite like well known, but not like
Huge. Yeah.
Like had like an event at the pub, and then everyone had left who had come to the event, and then I noticed that how the toilet in the pub was locked, and I was like, I think someone's in the toilet.
Yeah.
And this person was in this bathroom for 2.5 hours, wouldn't leave the bathroom, wouldn't tell us. I think they were having like either panic attack or migraine, and we're like, we can help you. You just need to come out the toilet. And it's on a Sunday as well. And on the Sundays and the pubs, it would never used to be quite that busy, especially if there was an event on. So it used to be just like me in the pub by myself.
Wait, you were locking up by yourself?
Yeah. One of my locals would sometimes stay with me and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like that was the usual situation on Sunday because it was just so quiet. And like even when the locals now just discuss about, I used to watch you doing your uni well.
Yeah.
But yeah, this woman was just like stuck in the toilet for like 2.5 hours. I'm like, I can't get her out. She's not coming out the toilet. I don't know what's going on.
She was responsive, like she was like.
Well, she was like would just say things, and I was like, "Is anyone that?" She was like, "I'm trying to get in contact with someone." Like I think she was trying to get in contact with like her mum or dad or something like that, and she was like not like a teenager. She was like a grown ass woman.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh, maybe she's got like special needs, or maybe she's got like mental health issues.
Yeah.
That, or she's like on the spectrum or something like that. She needs like assistance, but like she wasn't coming out this toilet, and to the point I was like, maybe I need to break down the toilet. I don't know, like.
I would have been like, hello, fire brigade.
Yeah, and then finally she did come out, and she basically was like, I'm feeling unwell, I'm feeling sick. And we're like, okay, cool. Would you like a lift to the station? And Shirley's husband at the time had come into the pub, and he was like, I can watch the pub and you can take her to the station. I was like, I don't really want to do that. Just I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe she's gonna, I don't want to end up on Crime Watch.
Car.
And then I was like, I'll take you to the station. Got in the car, took her probably like 2-minute drive down the road, and she was like, I'm about to throw up. I was like, nope, we're turning around, got her back in. I was like, no, not doing it. Then he took her in his car because he was like, we just need to get her out of this pub and get her to like a safe place so she can meet her family or the person that was picking her up from the station. And then she apparently threw up in his car.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you're not throwing up in my car. Like, you're not throwing up in my car.
No. When I worked in the pub, it was like if someone was going to be sick, I wouldn't take them to the toilets. I'd take them outside. It's easier to clean up sick when it's outside. I can just get a big bucket of water and throw it at it.
The things people do in pub toilets is crazy, and not even tell you.
Yeah.
And, or even like, if you're like worried that we're going to think it's you, it's not a judgment. Like, we understand you've been drinking. Just tell us. Don't make me go into the toilet when I'm closing the pub and find out you threw up in the sink.
Yep.
And didn't even like clean it or anything.
No.
Or like, I've had someone shit all on the walls in the toilet. In the men's toilet. I'm like, how is you spraying like you're a cat?
We had a shit in the urinal. How?
Oh yeah, we've had that.
Yeah,
we've had that.
Yeah. The worst I ever saw was in because I had similar things in like pubs I worked in. Go in, there's just like you can see just like projectile vomit all over the walls, that type of thing. But the weirdest one was when I worked as a tour guide in this like tourism center, which had like a nice little cafe and like these gardens. It was a strip farm. There was horses everywhere and stuff. And we just used to get like grannies. It was either like families with kids because it was a little playground, or like these bus loads of Americans that were all like OAP, like all in their like 60s, big fanny packs, like all that kind of crack, and they'd go on tours round. And it was one morning, it was like a Tuesday morning or something, so it was fairly slow. We'd had 2 buses in, right, and they'd come in like staggered, and they generally would like come in, go on a tour, go to the cafe gift shop, and then have to get back on their bus. And aside from that, because it was a Tuesday, it was quiet, there was no one else in. There was this busload that I took round, and there was like 30 people on it. And again, there was like, it was mainly like married older couples, whatever else. And anyways, they go into the bathrooms and stuff like this. And after like 5-10 minutes, someone comes out to me on reception and they're like, sorry, I think you need to check the bathroom or whatever else. And I go in, and again, like no one's drunk. No one's like, they're all able-bodied. You know, you're like, in what world? Go into one of the bathroom stalls, and like you say, there is shit everywhere, but not even in one direction. Like on all 3 walls, that like was I opened, I had to check the bathrooms, was not there.
Yeah.
Like an hour earlier. And then the worst thing was, I was like, oh yeah, that one cubicle. And the woman was like, no, there's another one. There was another cubicle that was like that. I was like, did this group of people get food poisoning altogether?
Wow.
Did one person go into another? And I just feel like you say in pubs when there's like drink and all that stuff, you're like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
It was like 10 a.m. in the morning and there was shit everywhere. And I was like, you're a grown adult, you're not a child. Like, which one of you was it?
I had this in my old law firm. I've left it. I can talk about it. That how, in the nicest possible way, and this is not me trying to be racist or anything like that. I used to work with a lot of Muslim men. It was in Tooting, so like it was a lot of Muslim clients that used to come into the office. But in the morning, I don't know who it was specifically. I have an idea who it was. But like, they had an upstairs toilet and downstairs toilet. Most of us used the upstairs toilet because the downstairs toilet was like for clients and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the upstairs toilet, like clockwork, if you didn't get in there before this person, they would project poo around the sink. And like, because
around the sink?
Around the sink, but around the rim of the toilet. Not flush, but don't wash it down.
Yeah.
And obviously because of their culture, they normally have a bidet. But there was no bidet in the toilet, so most people, there's always a jug or like a bottle of water that they have in the toilet. But they would just like have that across the toilet seat and have no consideration that there are other people working in this office that's about to use this toilet, especially like there's other like women who are, and I'm like, they don't clean up after themselves. And I was like, okay, fine, I'm gonna have to go to KFC to go to the toilet.
God, no, that's right. There was I'll tell you afterwards, but there was in the place where I used to work, which is a comedy club, there was a comedian who temporarily worked there for a while. And when I started working there, one of the lads in the office was like, yeah, that person always left fucking skid marks all over the toilet. And there's a toilet brush right there, and they never cleaned it up.
That was the other thing. There was always a toilet brush right there.
We get it. We've all done skid. You know, listen,
clean
pooing is normal.
yourself.
But if you leave skid marks, just use the toilet brush.
Yeah.
Give it a clean. Yeah, there's nothing worse.
Yeah, men.
It was a man.
Yeah.
Not that you were shocked or surprised.
That was a lot of poo and vomit talk.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
but that's what you deal with when you're working in pubs. I've dealt with so many gross things.
And hospitality in general, I think.
I feel like I do think there should be like a minimum like requirement, because and it's interesting when you talk to people on this podcast. Some people are like, oh yeah, I got my first job at 20 and it'll be retail. So I'm like, everyone should have had to work I believe like a service industry job, so like pub, restaurant, whatever else, where there is toilets that you have to clean.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like every human being in their life should have to have spent at least 6 months being in charge of a toilet that they have to clean after other people have used it. And I just feel like it would do so much for baseline societal respect.
I can tell you I'm going to love to tell you my favorite embarrassing moment.
Oh my God, yes. That was almost our next week. So go for it, please.
So the pub, as we know, I love.
Yeah.
But just going backtrack.
Yeah.
When I was 15, I used to hang out with a bunch of lads in my estate. And one of them was 17, and we dated over summer.
Lovely.
Okay.
Didn't really talk to he didn't really talk. He still doesn't really talk.
Yeah. My kind of man, to be honest. I don't want to listen.
Didn't really talk. But like, you had to like prod him to like have a conversation.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was his nerves or whatever, or like anxiety, but like whatever. He just never talked. But teenage,
Yeah. Yeah.
was fully aware that how he wasn't the smartest lad on the block, but the loveliest. Fast forward, we didn't really stay in touch, and I didn't really see him on my estate. I saw him occasionally. I would just be like, "Oh, the lads are here," because after when I started university, we kind of like drifted apart. If you want to put it that way. When I started sixth form in university, it started drifting.
Well,
apart.
you were working 17 jobs.
Yeah, true.
You had no time to hang out with the boys on the estate.
And then I started working in the pub, and we had a cleaner.
Oh yeah.
And I loved her, to be fair. She unfortunately wasn't able to work there any longer, but I loved her. But she had like names of her ex-partners on her arms that were crossed out. Love that.
No.
Love that for her.
Great. And
She was keeping a list.
Yeah. And then one day it was Shirley, her husband David, and the pub.
We should say Shirley is the pub landlady.
Yeah, pub. She's the owner of the pub, and then David's her husband.
Yes.
And then at the time, Daniel was managing the pub. He was the pub manager.
Okay.
And we loved Daniel. Sue came up to me in front of them and was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "Hey, I'm good, thanks. How are you doing?" And she was like, and this was just like before we started the shift. She was just like, "Oh, do you know a guy named," I won't say his name on the podcast, but let's just say A. I was like, "Yeah, I know someone named, we dated when I was 15.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, that's my son."
Oh my God.
Apparently he had come into the pub one day when she was cleaning and see my picture in the pub and mentioned that.
oh wow.
What I want to know is, which one was his job?
Right, we're going to go to our last question.
Last question of the pod.
Which is, what job or experience do you think taught you the most or has been the most useful to you?
I would say I recently realised the pub has probably been the person that's made me who I am today.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I would be, like, as confident.
Well, if it started your comedy career and your burlesque career.
I just think also I'm a shy person, and people don't seem to believe me when I say that, and that I'm not very good at words. I never was a wordy person when I was at school. I was very wary that people would laugh at me in certain things. I was very wary about certain things when I was younger. But the pub made me like more sociable and like being able to interact with different types of people and just have a good time and have fun was really just like something that I really embraced, and being able to like be around comedians and understand the comedy circuit and cabaret and seeing live bands. Like, I don't think I'd be the person I am today if it wasn't for that pub.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so. I know what you mean, that it like really forces you to come maybe out of your shell slightly.
Yeah, it did. It really did.
Yeah.
It really did.
How long after working there with the comedy and stuff did you decide to, and like what got you up on stage?
Shirley did.
She was like, "You need to go up there and do."
She was like, "You're slightly funny."
"You're slightly funny." I would say a little bit more than that, Shirley.
Yeah, sure. Well, to be fair, when we all started,
Yeah.
we weren't funny.
Nah.
When no one can say when they're first. Whenever I see someone who's this is my first time on stage, I'm like, fuck off, go away. You're ridiculous. And you're that great, fuck off, go away.
No, yeah.
I used to just work behind the bar and just like have banter and stuff like that, and just like just do silly dances and give myself some like everyone knows me, I've got way too much energy for my liking. But I just used to just like enjoy like pouring pints, playing like having good vibes and having good music behind
Did
the
you
bar.
like watching the comedy?
Well, it wasn't until I started doing tech. I used to do the sound for comedy that it really did like allow me to watch other comedians and see like how you really craft a joke. And like I never did a comedy course.
Yeah.
And now, also we forget.
You run,
Oh, that's another job you have. You run and teach comedy courses at the Soho Theatre.
Yeah.
Too many jobs for us to literally list.
Too many.
And you're still, I'm surprised you're still working as an immigration lawyer as well.
Yeah.
Like a full-time
insane.
lawyer. You're a lawyer. You are a comedian, burlesque. It is actually bananas. But I love that, the pub. And this is the other reason why I think everybody should be required to do work like that. Because it does. It makes you like, you have to deal with all types of people. I feel like when you work in pubs and restaurants, like you meet people of all different walks of life. You've got to interact with stuff. You've got to deal with like
there's such
crisis.
problem solving and crisis dealing
exactly.
with
And
when
like
you're in
even
It's
having,
very practical work
It's practical,
as well.
and even having like a conversation how to deal with conflict
Yeah.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I think it's very important to do, like how you diffuse a situation.
Yeah.
And like having the confidence, especially if I'm on stage, to like comedy really made me come out my shell, and that allowed me to do other things, like have opportunities to be where I am today and have it as full-time career as a comedian.
Yeah.
And also like get a job as a ring announcer for like wrestling is like it's a dream. Like, it's like I love wrestling. Like I absolutely, like one of my
Shout out the pod.
Wrestle Club podcast. I would have I've always imagined myself. People were like, "You should be a wrestler." I'm like, I don't want to be a wrestler. I want to be a manager. That's all. Like if I imagined myself in WWE, it would be as a manager.
Right.
And this is probably the closest I'm ever gonna get to being involved as like in wrestling.
Yeah.
Being backstage, hanging around with cool ass wrestlers.
Yeah.
And like seeing what they do in the ring and being able to ring announce the way that I can inflect.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do that if I 15 years ago.
That's so great.
amazing.
And I feel like that goes to show, like, you never know. Like, you should say yes to things and do things that put you out your comfort zone. Because, like, it's never clear what anything's ever going to lead to. Like, you never thought when you were like, oh, I'm going to work in this pub, that you'd be like, nah, and that's going to get me on stage comedy and do burlesque and get me on the ring and anything. Yeah. But it's one of those where, like, you can never always know where an opportunity is going to come from.
Yeah. Like, this was never the path that I thought I was going to have.
Yeah.
And
Thomas's are still waiting for that CV.
and we're here now, aren't we? So.
Yeah. It's so great. Oh, well, thank you so much for coming on the Odd Jobs podcast, Sikisa.
Sikisa. You were one of the first names we wrote down for this list.
100%. We were like, Odd Jobs, Sikisa.
Sikisa.
You were at the top of the list.
So it took me so long to get on the
I'm
podcast.
aware I messaged you multiple times.
But we're delighted to have you, and it's been so much fun.
And everyone, all listeners should go follow Sikisa.
Oh, yes, come. And also, I've got a special coming out on the 21st of December. So
Okay.
Watch. 21st
Watch
December. What a lovely festive watch.
This will come out in January.
So
you're getting a surge of views.
You're doing
in
dry January. You're not going out. You're not drinking. You're stuck at home. Guess what you should be doing? Watching Sikisa's special on YouTube. I can't wait.
And I'm going to guess that you have a Leicester comedy show.
I do have a Leicester comedy show.
Going for the 5th nomination.
I really am. It's my Edinburgh Fringe nominated show, or the Ish Award. I was nominated for the Ish Award at the Edinburgh Fringe, but I like to say Edinburgh Fringe.
Yeah, why not? Who knows?
Okay. So it's Lady.
Is this the name of your show?
I'm trying to remember the name of my goddamn show.
I wrote it.
Lady Justice.
Oh,
I didn't write it down. I was going to write it down.
Lady Justice.
Lady Justice was the name of your show.
Lady Justice. Is it Lady Justice? Just put Lady Justice Sikisa.
Serving Justice?
Thank you. So my Leicester show, Serving Justice, will be on the 14th of February at Leicester Comedy Festival. I also will be at Soho Theatre doing the show as well, Serving Justice, in April. So come and see that. I'm also going to do a mini tour.
Yes.
So if you are listening around the country, don't worry. I've got you.
Yes. Thank you so much, Sikisa.
Yay.
Bye. Bye. Oh my God, what an episode.
Such a good story. So many amazing things.
Could have gone on for another hour easily.
Yeah. And do you know who would have been able to find the time? Sikisa.
Yeah. Honestly, the woman is the definition of booked and busy. The hardest worker I think we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now there are so many things for us to plug.
This is it.
So Sikisa also has a Leicester Comedy Festival show.
As do Ruby and I, Leicester Comedy Festival.
So look that up.
Keep looking.
Also, if you're like, I really want to watch Sikisa, but I just can't leave my house right now. I just can't get out. Oh, maybe I just can't. No, you can. She released her special onto YouTube. So go find her special.
Yeah, it's free.
And it's a great show. It's her Life of the Party show.
Yeah, it is such a good show.
So you'll love that. And you can watch that sat at home. So do.
In your cozy shows you January. She's also doing a run at Soho Theatre in London in April. So look and get tickets for that. She, I think, might be doing some more other dates and stuff. So follow Sikisa on socials. You can see her live, see her on YouTube, see her at Leicester Comedy Festival.
Oh my God, so many opportunities.
So many. Follow Ruby Carr, Ruby Vroom Vroom.
Follow Kat Higgins.
Thank you.
Kat Higgins, comedy.
Real make it simple. Odd Jobs Podcast. Please, if you enjoyed the episode, like, share, subscribe, rate, review, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.